What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly analysis where we analyze some trading pairs and look at opportunities that we will have for the week. So, without wasting much time, let's dive right into it. This is NAS100, and we will start our analysis from a daily time frame. So, last week on NAS100, we came to understand that what price was moving bearish, as you can see from here. So we on the 4 hour, the daily was bearish. So on the 4 hour, we're looking to either take an entry from any of these points of interest. But as you can see, price did not get there last week, so it was just like around these levels. This is where the market opened at around here, then sold there. So these our points of interest are still valid. We'll be waiting to see price get here and wait for a reaction. Doesn't mean that we should set a limit order, so immediately price gets here we jump into the trade. No, we will be looking for a reaction, a confirmation. So can be in the form of a market structure shift, then we take our sales, or any other confirmation that you love to use in your trading. You can use it on this particular pair next week when it gets to any of these points of interest. So yeah, that's it. Our next pair we'll be looking at is BTC USD. So on the 4 hour time frame, on the daily time frame, last week I think we were looking at BTC. Is this our level that we wanted BTC to get to? Okay, so let's focus on the daily first. On the daily, you can see that BTC is bearish, and this is our range currently that price is in, and we are dealing with. So we can see the selling pressure from here. So on the 4 hour time frame, I think on BTC last week price respected our zone. This was a zone we marked out for BTC last week, and price came here. So to anyone who was paying attention, or to anyone who had their confirmation here, I believe you could have made some moves on BTC. So currently what we are seeing is, I think I marked out this zone within the week. So price swept the zone, but it kept selling. So what I'm looking at currently on BTC is what I'm looking at now on BTC is for price to come to anywhere from this zone, anywhere around these levels. I would appreciate price to come back to continue the bearish movement. If we can have some kind of movement into this point of interest, then we have some change of character. Obviously, yeah, price is not straightforward. You cannot expect price to move up nicely like this. So this is just an illustration. So if we can get a move into this zone, then we have a confirmation. We take the trade on BTC. So even though price got to our zone last week, I think I did not take a trade on BTC because I was already on silver. I was already on the sales in silver, and we'll get to that in a minute. So this is it for BTC. Nothing much. That's it. Last week, if we were active, you could have gotten a good trade from this zone right here. And yeah, so that's it. Last week I promised to maybe do like an update on the analysis we did, but pardon me, I couldn't. But this week, I hope or I'm giving you my word that this week I will try my possible best to bring an update and an analysis. And because you can see last week, some of our zones were tapped and new opportunities presented themselves, but I was not here to analyze with you. So it is what it is. Yeah. So the next pair would be, I think, silver. Okay, right. This is silver. Let's head on to the daily time frame. Good. So on silver, this is what the daily is giving us. I remember last week we were bullish on silver. Okay, no, it was on gold rather that we were expecting buys, but we said gold was looking more bullish than silver. So even if we take the silver buys, we'll be looking for like proper confirmation. And this was a sell zone we marked last week on silver. That if price could okay, let's go to the 4 hour to see it clearly. That if price could what possibly so if price could possibly get here before getting to the downside, we can maybe get a retracement to continue the buys. So currently what I'm seeing is that on last week where market opened, I think our point of interest was here. This was our point of interest on silver, or we did not mark this out last week. I doubt we marked this out last week, but this was what I saw on silver on Monday. When price opened with a gap, we saw silver come into this zone like this. So when I woke up on Monday, was it on the 5 minutes or 15 minutes time frame, I had a confirmation to take the trade. I think it was okay, good. As you can see, when I woke up, you can see this move here breaking this high. So we had it like this, then price broke this low, giving a change of character. So my entry was right here. Let me delete these lines. My entry was right here, my short position was right here, my SL above the high this way, then I targeted a 1:5. As you can see, played out nicely. This was a trade I took on Monday on silver GBPUSD. Price played out very, very nicely. So that is it. So currently what I'm seeing on silver, let's go to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame on silver, we have this break. This is the overall low. If price is supposed to continue lower, we will be looking to go lower to take out this low, or we can see price reacting from this zone here. We can see all these rejections in this zone here, so we can be looking to trade price higher from here into new highs. This is my speculation on silver. Either we are disrespecting this zone and coming for these lows over here, or we are moving higher. So this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing. So to confirm an overall, like a very overall bullish move, silver would have to take out this high over here. Silver would have to take out this high over here to confirm a fully bullish move. So we'll keep an eye on silver, and we'll be bringing updates on the 1 hour time frame. On a 1 hour time frame, so you can see we were having break of structure to the downside. We have a lower high here, then we had a lower low right here. So we can see these reversals. We have a strip here, then a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, then a higher high. So currently price is reacting from here, but as I said earlier, to confirm a fully bullish silver, we expect price to take out these highs. So let's see what the new week brings. Either we violate this point of interest and drive downward, or we keep going higher. So that's for silver. That's it on silver. Let's move to the next pair. So gold, the next pair is gold on a daily time frame. So last week I told you I was expecting gold to buy. Gold looked like it was going to buy last week. So this was this is our range we currently have now. Let me delete this line. These are our, from our high to our low. This is the range we currently have now. So on the 4-hour, this is the zone we marked out last week on gold. So our zone was tested by price. Last week we said we had a change of character here, then we marked out this zone. So you can see price came into the zone on Wednesday and gave some bullish signs. So let's keep seeing, let's keep watching if this reaction is valid, if we are going to continue moving upward. We will look for opportunities along the way to join the move to the upside. Now, as you know, anything can happen. We can move upside, or we can also disrespect the zone and sell to the downside. So that's why confirmation is very important. And even with confirmation, you can still lose. So we are careful anytime we have to take decisions in the markets. Even though whatever decision, you can win or lose, but we are making sure to put the odds in our favor. So that's it for gold. Nothing really much from our previous analysis. We are looking for a bullish continuation. So if this particular high is taken, then it means that free way to the upside for gold. Like there'll be a valid or massive confirmation that yes, we currently want to continue going to the upside on gold. So next pair, which is GBPUSD. So on GBPUSD, our zone we marked out last week was disrespected. Our zone was disrespected. So our range, this is our range we currently have, and so on the 5 time frame, we had this. In fact, we had 2 zones. I think this was the first zone that if markets could react from here, we will be looking to buy, to sell. We will be waiting for a confirmation, or if we react from here. So both zones were disrespected by price, and as you can see, we've made an overall break of structure here. This is the overall BOS into this into that higher high we currently have. This is overall BOS to this higher high. So you can see price was reacting strongly, buying strongly. I think this was the point of interest. Price reacted from buying strongly to the upside, but I couldn't join in on the move because, as you know, my eyes were glued to the sells. So guys, that's why sometimes it's not good to marry a bias, because sometimes what your eyes are glued to is not what is actually going to happen. So you can see that we are creating new highs. So if price can retrace into any of these areas to find a point of interest, then we continue to the upside. So I'm thinking we can come back to this point of interest first, or if it does not hold, then we can come back to the lower zone right here. So let me delete this one so it's clear. These two zones, we can, and when we get here, all we need to do is look for confirmation, then take our trade to the upside. Or if we don't get that confirmation, we just watch and allow what the price to do. So this is it for GBPUSD. I think nothing much really happening since our last analysis. So yeah, we can wait for this and see how it plays out. So the next pair I believe would be EURUSD. Good. So as you know, BTC, GBPUSD and EURUSD actually are correlated. So EURUSD also disrespected our zone last week. We were looking at this zone. No, in fact, EURUSD respected our zone. It respected our zone before buying, because if we were waiting for price to react from here, this was our target. This low, always we are using the previous immediate low or immediate high to as our target. So if this was our target, EURUSD reacted. I think there was an opportunity that I didn't take on Monday because I was on silver. Yeah, I want to believe so, because EURUSD reacted positive, reacted exactly from our zone. This was the zone, then it came to our target before reversing. So even though GU disrespected the zone directly, but EURUSD gave us something to work with. As you can see, came here, though it did not retrace to like any point of interest to get in, but reacted from our zone, and yeah, that was it for EURUSD. So for the upcoming week, since this zone has been touched and disrespected already, let me clear it. So on the daily time frame, so this is EURUSD on the daily. So also you can see that sharp bullish momentum. So the only clear obstacle for EURUSD is this high right here. So it's either from this bullish momentum, price keeps up and disrespect it, then we know that we are going rogue to the upside, or price respects, then we look for confirmation on the lower time frame, then we take the sales. So this is EURUSD as usual. This is my expectation. Either price does the first, which is disrespects, or it reacts and keeps selling to the downside. So it's pretty much straightforward as well. We can clear this. It's pretty much straightforward on EURUSD. So as you can see, we had this reaction on the 4-hour break of structure. So it's only sensible for price to react for this from this point of interest and come to the downside. So we will be watching EURUSD and see what it does next week. So I think this is the last pair we will analyze, which is US30. So US30 also disrespected our zone. We were looking for price to react from here, but US30 actually had different plans. So let me delete this. Since price do not want to react, let me delete this. Another 1 day time frame, daily time frame. What do we have? So our range is still intact on US30. We haven't broken out of Okay, this I marked this range out last week during the week, so we haven't broken out of the range yet. So as you can see, either we keep for US30, either we keep going higher, or we come lower. So on the 4-hour time frame, what I'm seeing is you can see we had a break of structure here from this left side. Then price is now reacting. I don't know which. Okay, so price is now reacting from here on US30. So I think either price continues going bullish or price decides to react from this order block and sell. But I don't really see the strength of this move, because this downward here, this move here seems more like a strip to me than a break of structure. So it's like more like a strip of liquidity. So I'm speculating Euro USD to keep going higher. I'm expecting Euro USD to keep going higher. No, sorry, US30. This US30, I'm expecting it to keep going higher. So that's what we have. You can see the series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Then we immediately got what? A higher high over here. Then even though this low was lower, but it seemed more like a sweep into this point of interest. And yeah, so I'll delete this. I will not consider the possibility of selling from here. So I'll delete this and look to send price higher. So that's it for this week. And I already said last week I'll be dropping updates on my Twitter page, and also I'll be dropping updates here on YouTube. So go and follow my Twitter page, 7pips. I'll put the handle below here so that those updates will be faster, because what's happening on the chat, I post it directly over there. But with YouTube, you are now supposed to record, and before you process everything and drop it, and sometimes before you would even see the video, maybe the moves have already happened. So follow my Twitter, and all updates will be dropped there as quickly as possible. So that's it for US30. I'll see you next week. No, I'll see you within a week. I told you that I'll be dropping an update, so I'll see you within the week, and have a profitable week ahead. I'll see you. Bye.